Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. And this, ladies, let me introduce you to your new Friday evening viewing. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we are still covering live racing here at Thingamajig's Racing Channel on a Friday evening. We are filling the gap. WRC, World Racing Community, are moving to a Saturday. They have not gone away. Do not fear. Do not fret. Do not worry yourselves. We will see them at the end of the summer on a Saturday night. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, we have to put all of our concentration in the feast of racing that this new league is offering up. Not new, they've been going a while, but for us here at Thingamajig Racing Channel, new. We are here for a treat, ladies and gentlemen. They are called Full Throttle Racing. If you need any more information about these guys, they are on Facebook. I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but give it a go. It's all right. It's not as bad. It's all adverts now anyway. It's not as much trolling, just adverts, so you'll be fine. But yeah, Full Throttle Racing, and what a treat we are getting, ladies and gentlemen. What they are offering up, and we are lapping up, is it's an ode to the old TOCA 2 days, the TOCA 1998, BTCC 98, the pinnacle, some might say, of the touring car era. And I've got information. I was trying to find my YouTube, and so I could post it in their room, but I can't seem to do that. So I'll read you all the stats we need to know. So they're going to use, all are using the same car, the Group 4 Atenza, but they're all dressed up like cars from 1998's touring car, ladies and gentlemen. Nostalgia overload, I tell you. The bop's on. The tuning is limited to aero, brake bias and anti-roll bars. Fuel and tyre wear is off. The race format is times 3 races at 20 minutes. And they race 3 races on Fridays over 7 weeks in the season. The tyres they run, the race are mediums as our stock tyre, but for one race in a night you must run a hard tyre, and there is a limit on how many race 1, race 2 and race 3 hards you can use. Also, for one race in the season you can run a soft tyre any race you like, but once you run it, it's gone. So making good use of that will be key. So yeah, there's some little bits in there, ladies and gentlemen, to keep it interesting. They've got to use a hard tyre, and they can't always use it in the same race. And for a golden goose style tactic, they're allowed a soft tyre at least once in the season. We are going to be qualifying at 8 p.m. Let me see if I can do this bloody YouTube thing again, because my God, it's got to be able to be done. Surely. Right, if I click share on that, and it only lets me copy the link. Can't I send it to my iPhone? Send that bad boy, boy. Send it to my iPhone. You know, I'm saying that. Yeah, that's it. Look, it's modern technology. I'm getting the iPad and the iPhone to converse with each other. Luckily, I started a bit earlier, so we're not missing. We'll go and look at them going around the track, obviously. Oh, yeah, beep, 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 beep. Here we go. Bloody hell, that's loud. Shush. Close. Right, then what I need to do here... 1 second. I'm being awash with technology. I've got an extra viewer because it's me. Copy link. Oh, I'm out of it now. You're all right. You're safe, right? And then I go to this group, and then I... put this here, I hope. Let's see if that's all worked anyway. Good luck to you if you can find it. Bless you and all that's rolled in you. Right then, here we go then. We're back to it. TOCA 2, ladies and gentlemen. It is, for me, one of the best sim racers I've ever played. Yes, graphics were shoddy. Yes, you know, handling was unacceptable. But... my God, the AI was perfect. Racing them races, you knew you had a race on your hands. So yes, TOCA 2 That's where I cut my steel, ladies and gentlemen. That's where I learnt my craft, and I think many of these racers on track also have done the same. Plus, the season was phenomenal in 1998. If you're one of these millennials or younger generations, then get yourself on YouTube and look up BTCC 1998, because there was a time in the UK where motor racing was at its purest form. Every manufacturer wanted to dominate the British touring cars. And we had, for once, that never happened. There was 2 F1 drivers on the grid in 1998, ladies and gentlemen, in Derek Warwick and Nigel Mansell. So it was at its height. It was at the top of its game. The cars were phenomenal, expensive, and that is why it imploded on itself, unfortunately. But for a point in time, in 1998, 97, maybe 99, there was so much money poured into the touring cars, and it gave us such amazing racing. So what can we see here then? We've got Gaz Monkey in a Volvo, with JW Talks M Sports also in a Volvo. We're at Goodwood, if I didn't mention it as well. Ensign, you are in the chat saying, well, hello thingy, just swinging by. Ensign saying BTCC 98, just get the Duke 3-hour DVD review, absolutely brilliant. Kaz needs to add a proper Super Tourer to GT7. Wouldn't that be just the DB? Wouldn't that be the nuts mutts? Evil Dragon then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be seeing him in the Mondeo, with Ghost of Leon in a Vectra, a Vauxhall. And then, and that's it. That's all that's out there at the moment. They're having a little practice. We do have a stand-in. It might be Ghost of Leon. Ladies and gentlemen, is standing in for one of our regulars, but we don't know the regulars yet. So it's not really... It doesn't really mean anything to us, but yes, Ghost of Leon is a stand-in and will only be scoring half points, I believe. Oh, this is exciting, ladies and gentlemen. This is exciting. All new pilots, fresh new championship. Don't know what's going to happen. It's a time, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're just having a slight delay, I've heard, from the officials in my ear. There is a livery infringement, ladies and gentlemen, livery infringement, and it's being rectified right as we speak now. The stewards are down there peeling off the stickers, the offensive stickers, I'm sure, fake taxi or something, you know what they try and get away with nowadays. Joker Man then, ladies and gentlemen, what are we in here with Joker Man? What are we piloting? Oh, it's my favourite, it's the Renault. Oh yeah, sweet. And you don't often hear me, if you follow my streams, I don't usually have a great deal to say about Renault, but my word, the Williams Renault team in the touring car days was phenomenal, with 2 fantastic drivers. Was it Menu and Plato, I believe? So Joker Man then, he is in the Renault, with JW in the Volvo. Evil Dragon fighting the Mondeo and taking it back to the pits. We've got Jay, ladies and gents. Jay in, we've got the 2J. Oh no, that's JW again. Jay is there in the Mondeo. He's in the other Mondeo. We just saw one Mondeo. We've got Groot, ladies and gents. He's in the oh dear. Oh no, he's in the Nissan, sorry. I saw a Peugeot behind and I thought he got the short straw, but no, Groot in the Nissan. He'll be hoping to be able to emulate the Nissans from that season, if I remember rightly. Although I'm thinking maybe 99. I don't want to say. So Jay, there's Adam then. He is in the Peugeot. At the time it was a 406, a lump of a car. It was never really competitive, but fun to see it out there. At Thruxton, places like that were a straight line. That thing was a beast, but if there was many corners, it was not the best. But here it's Even Stevens, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a paint job. it's just for, we got to use like Willy Wonka taught us as children, and I'm not talking about Johnny Depp because he's just one slap away from being an abused husband, but Willy Wonka, the real Willy Wonka, taught us that dreams are what we make. We have to believe to make the dreams, okay? So yes, they're in the tensors, but if you just try hard enough, you can see those old 1998 machines being slung around Goodwood. So it seems like the host with the most is asking if our competitors are all ready. And I'm not sure what the qualifying format is. Usually, what is it, 10 minutes out on track, give it a bash, see where you can get. No tyre wear, no fuel wear, remember? So it's just about concentrating on the apexes, ladies and gents, and nothing more, nothing less. It's just about focus on your race, on your lap. Now, Evil Dragon and the Dash seem to have gone for hard tyres this first round. I'm not going to keep track of that. I'm going to have to start writing their names down. Maybe second one. Oh, Rydell won the drivers. Ensign saying, can we get some in-period comms like holding off the Terminator with a water pistol? And Ensign Newt saying Rydell won the Drivers' Championship in '98. Nissan won the Manufacturers' Championship. There you go. And Rydell was the Volvo driver, I believe. See, I know some things. So here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. We're all on our outlap now. Heading through. Oh, my word. Doesn't it sound perfect as they try and fight the Group 4 cars around Goodwood? So Jay is the man leading them out, but the Renault of Sid, we're going to call him Sid, or Skid. Do you think you prefer Skid? I suppose it is Skid. So I don't, it doesn't feel right calling him Skid. Well, Skid's cars are rather, you say Skid, you just think of something in your pants, but it is also somewhat on the road, I suppose. So Skid takes the head of the group there. He got himself past the Mondeo of Jay. Evil Dragon also in the Mondeo. Groot fourth on track, trying for his lap. And they're keeping themselves nicely bunched up here. It's very brave. If someone makes a mistake, but I saw the letters in front of their names, ladies and gents, before I headed to spectate mode, and I don't think we're going to see many mistakes here. There's a few A pluses, lots of A's, and a smattering of B's. I think I saw one C, and I just thought, I hope you just don't play online much. So we're following the Renault around, the Blend 37, a Renault of Sid. I'm going with Sid. If it was Skid, it'd be K, so. Jay staying with him all the way with Evil Dragon there. Evil Dragon on the hard tyre, so Evil Dragon trying to get a tow from his teammate. Clever stuff. He's got a bit of a, oh, Sid having a slight off there, and I don't know if Jay had to lift or anything, but Evil Dragon did close quite in, so Jay's lap could have been compromised there, and I did warn about following too closely, but there we go. And Groot, no, the Nissan of McEwen. Going, no, Jokerman now. Jokerman. It is shuffling all over the place. So Jokerman at the moment in the Renault holds pole position by 3/100ths of a second, 3.5 hundredths of a second from, I think his name's Liam, but we'll go McEwen. So, and McEwen going faster again on this lap with E. Graham in third. I don't know what cars they are. There we go. He's in the Mondeo. Is he? I thought we had two. Oh, there might be a 3 Mondeo situation now and again, like Mansell not doing all of the rounds. We'll work it out as we go, you know. Gaz Monkey is 4th in the Volvo. JW at the moment is 5th in his Volvo. Ghost of Leon is 6th in the Vectra. Groot is 7th in his Vectra. And Evil Dragon is 8th. He's just letting everyone by at the moment. He's on those hard tyres, so he doesn't want to get in everyone's way. Jay is 9th. And it looks like he is in the Mondeo, the third Mondeo. We've got 3 of them out there, I believe. Adam is 10th in the Peugeot, with Dash in 11th. We saw, Dash in 11th in the Peugeot, and it was Sid we saw having that off in qualifying. But now takes it up to 4th place with a banker lap. E. Graham at the moment is top of the pile with a 15.5, 600ths of a second faster than the pole sitter from before, Jokerman. Jokerman then, can he come back in this one? Not quite. McEwen is in the midst of mowing the lawn, it looks like. He's having a good detour around the outside there and letting the field go by, that's all, ladies and gents. And then he gets reset. What an absolute Kazanator. E. Graham then leads the way with Jokerman in, when he leads the way. He's on provisional pole by 600 a second. I'm trying to get through this grid, ladies and gents, I promise you. Jokerman is on the front row with him. McEwen is 3rd in the Nissan, with Sid 4th in the Renault. Look how he's just off his own time here. As he brings it around, we'll hang about because he might make this up. Oh, cars off the road all over the place here. It's just like the real thing. And a little bump on the barrier there. Lovely stuff. So, and that's Ian Graham picking him up for a little bump and grind. Jokerman then, this could be his opportunity here. In the chat, Ensign Ewart, Vodka Rob saying, good evening, sir. Big Dan in the chat saying, these are some of the nicest replica liveries of the 98 season I've seen. Great work, whoever did them. And Vodka Rob saying, is this a new venture then, thingy? Yeah, World Rate, are they going slow? It looks like there is a bit of a grid. Oh no, they're on their final lap. Some of them already finished, I imagine then. Wow, that is a quick qualifying then. E. Graham's finished on top with Jokerman in 2nd. Liam is 3rd. No, that's it. We'll have a quick look now. Don't you worry. Don't you fret your little heads about it. Here we go then. We've got E. Graham on pole with Jokerman in 2nd. In the Renault, we've got McEwen in 3rd in the Nissan. We've got Sid in 4th in the Renault. We've got Groot in 5th in the Nissan. Then we got Adam in 6th in the Peugeot. JW in 7th in the Volvo, with Gaz Monkey also in the Volvo. Then 9th is Evil Dragon in the Mondeo. We got Ghost of Leon in 10th. In the Vectra, we got Jay in 11th on the Mondeo, and Dash is 12th in the Peugeot. My good golly and gosh, ladies and gentlemen, that was fast and it was frantic, just how I like it. Well, it could have taken a bit of time, couldn't I? I didn't have to rush through. I didn't know if they were like, get up and go, let's come on, we've got to get on with these races. 16 laps, ladies and gentlemen, around about 10, oh yeah, it says there, doesn't it? 5 minutes, I should have known. So the race, it's already started. See, I did have to rush through them. Ladies and gents, don't you fret. I know what I'm doing, honestly. I'm not just gripping on by my fingernails at all times, hoping for something to come along. Sorry, Vodka. Yeah, World Racing Community are moving to Saturday evenings in a few weeks with some Group C cars, so keep your eye out for that. It's going to be absolutely cracking. But right now we're with Full Throttle Racing and we're on the grid for our Touring Car Association 1998. It's away, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham pulls away in the lead on the medium tyres. Jokerman there is in 2nd, trying to keep the Nissan at bay. The Nissan is on the outside with 0 grip, but he seems to get his nose front. Oh my word. And I think Jokerman got caught up in the grass there a little bit, and McEwen then brings it through and up and into 2nd place ahead of Sid. So Jokerman losing out on 2 positions, possibly 3, with Groot knocking on the door, and Groot is committing to the move. He's up and through. He's had to give the Renault ahead a little hurry up, a little bang to say, get out of the way, I have to make an overtake. And Jokerman now down into 5th from 2nd. Unbelievable. Adam in 6th there, with JW in 7th, having a little inter-team battle with his teammate Gaz Monkey in 8th. Evil Dragon is in 9th ahead of Ghost of Leon. Ghost of Leon, though, looking like he wants to make a move, coming up to alongside, but he's going to be on the outside for this corner, and you would expect Evil Dragon to keep that one, but no, Evil Dragon. Oh, Evil Dragon's on the hard tyre, ladies and gentlemen. So Ghost of Leon then, as the tyres warm up, get some action going. We've got a Renault off the road up ahead. We'll go back to that one with Jay in 11th and Dash there in 12th. So where's this Renault? Where's this Renault? So we've got McEwen leading at the moment with Sid. Sid is up to second. E. Graham in third. He was the leader. The Mondeo slipping down. Adam making his way up to fourth. Jokerman. Jokerman must have been the man we saw off the road, and Jokerman now down in fifth with JW and Gaz. No, maybe not. Is there another Renault? No, that is two Renaults, isn't it? Oh my word. We'll get there, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get there. Don't you worry, don't stress. So JW then looks like he wants to get the move done now. Oh God, not that camera angle, please, sir. JW then all over the rear derriere of Jokerman, and Jokerman is in free fall. It has to be said, the Renault not moving to the best of what he would like it. Maybe he's on those. We'll keep an eye on the tyres next time around. But yes, Jokerman at the moment having a wild couple of early laps. The second on the road, he was missed out on pole by 600ths of a second, and this first lap got a little swamped up in the pack, but now it looks like he's starting to get on top of his steed and get things moving, as JW has to deal with Gaz Monkey all up in his rear derriere, and no, Gaz having to brake a little bit in that corner, and JW saying, brakes, what brakes, we don't need them. So McEwen in the lead there from Sid closing in, but he's got E. Graham there knocking on the door. He's going to have a look up the inside, ladies and gentlemen, at first corner, and absolutely sends it. And can he maintain with a more controlled Renault up the inside of him, and Sid side by side now claiming the apex on the inner side of the corner, but it's still side by side by these crazy pilots. E. Graham then just his nose slightly ahead of Sid, but Sid now gains the apex, gains the position, and moves up and into second place. Sid then still in second with Liam in the lead there with E. Graham setting chase, and Adam in the Peugeot doing an absolutely superb job, just quietly chipping away at the pack, and now he's closed up to Sid and E. Graham, and he looks very fighty indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Jokerman now, he's got the fastest lap, he's back, he's found his mojo, he's back in the game. Three-way battle then, ladies and gentlemen. Adam there trying to make his way through, and he's gone. No, it's Adam stayed on. Sid ran out of track. Now he's had a knock with the chicane, and he's got the rest of the cars, but Adam had a wide on. Adam had a huge wide on there. Sid could come back at him. Unbelievable. While E. Graham and Jokerman scrap over fourth and fifth behind. Wow, Adam made a move there, ladies and gentlemen, didn't he? He just slung that one up the inside with absolute no care whatsoever, and it stuck. Unbelievable. Now E. Graham having a look at Sid as Jokerman then comes through, and is that a bit of inter-team play there? Did Sid just do enough to get Jokerman by the Mondeo? Great stuff. E. Graham then having another look, but it's a Renault lockout there for third and fourth at the moment. JW holding sixth ahead of his teammate Gaz, who's keeping a very close eye on the situation. Eighth is Ghost of Leon. He's 2.6 seconds behind the Gaz Monkey, but less than a second ahead of the Dash, who we saw start at the rear derriere. He is on the hard tyres, and how is he doing this in ninth place? He's ahead of Evil Dragon, also on those hard tyres, 9th and 10th. Then we've got Groot, who was up in the top half. He must have had a huge off, ladies and gentlemen. The Groot down in 11th with Jay, fighting for the scraps on the table. But Liam, his teammate, absolutely blazing a trail ahead as Adam fights with Jokerman. E. Graham now, we get on board with Jokerman now. Not that where is the on board? That's the on board. I bloody should look down at the keyboard. We're getting a lot of chat. I'm going to catch up with the chat. Jokerman looks like he's going to line up Adam for a move here up the outside. He's got the momentum, baby. He's trying to give it some big balls, but Adam there locks that one down. He says, that's not happening there, sir. Pick another corner. Any corner, but beware. I have a move. Oh, and this is it then. Jokerman slinging one up the inside. It's side by side here. Jokerman trying it on, and it fits, ladies and gents. It fits, but Adam won't allow this to happen. Adam maintaining. This is crazy. I can't read the chat. I am so sorry. I will catch up with you. Adam in second then, ahead of Jokerman. Jokerman trying to sling whatever he can of his Renault up the side of Adam, and Adam has the answers. He has all of the answers, but he's gone wide there. He would have lost time, but it looks like Jokerman had to back out of that one, and now it's the status of quo. But E. Graham is closing in. Ethan, I reckon that is. E. Graham then is closing in on the pilots ahead. In fourth place, fancies a podium. What lap are we on? Six laps. This has been crazy, ladies and gents. Sid there in fifth place at the moment, tracking what's going on ahead of him, with Gaz Monkey in sixth. JW Talk Motorsports seventh in the Volvo, and Gaz Monkey has got by his teammate. 1:16.6 last time around. JW at 19.4. Looks like he had a small off, it would seem. Ghost of Leon then closing in the Vectra, but he has a Mondeo. These two are on the... No. Wow. Yeah, Evil Dragon has absolutely unleashed a beast here. As there's no tyre wear or fuel wear, so he's just really getting on top of those hard tyres and starting to find a lot of pace in the Mondeo. Dash there in 10th. He's also on the hard tyres. Cannot stay with Evil Dragon, with Groot in 11th. Playing catch up, and Jay there in 12th in the Mondeo. Liam then just absolutely slinging Nissan there, as Adam is the leader of this train. And now we see that E. Graham gets a move on Jokerman. Jokerman putting two wheels onto the green stuff as they exited the chicane, and giving E. Graham a slight run on him into turn 3. But Jokerman had lessons from Adam a couple of laps ago and knows exactly how to deal with a E. Graham. Sid then in the rear derriere of these guys, getting to the best view in the house. And let's see if I can get away with some chat here. Ensign Newey saying cue the BBC grandstand music. I tell you, it's very nostalgic, isn't it? It does feel that way. Vodkarov saying I used to love the old Renault Lagoon from the early 90s. Ensign Newey saying just think Toka 2 had a better damage model than GT7. It did. Vodkarov saying 90s were great for BTCC. And Big Dan saying big names, big money in BTC in the 90s for sure. There was. It was all about winning. And now we've got Jokerman being harassed and harangued by the Mondeo, and he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. He's slung it up there, and now E. Graham moves up and into third place. Can he maintain from Jokerman? Jokerman all up in his rear derriere, and he is assessing the situation, ladies and gents. And oh my lord, it's not his corner, is it? The chicane, it really isn't his corner, with Sid now trying to make a move. It's team on team action. Papaya rules, ladies and gents. Papaya rules. And Jokerman then maintains position ahead of Sid. But Sid, you can feel it. You can feel it. He's got something in store for his teammate. Tantalising stuff here. Early doors in this championship. Liam leads by a country mile. Then we have an absolute storm of a race for the podium. And E. Graham nearly losing the Mondeo. The back end not concurring with what he wants it to do. And he has two vultures in the shape of Renaults leering down the rear derriere of him, and E. Graham had to do all he could to keep that car in an orderly fashion. Then we've got Gaz Monkey in the Volvo closing in rather swiftly. So where these guys are all racing each other, they are also slowing each other down. Oh, lovely camera. Giving the Volvo of Gaz Monkey a chance to close in and steal a podium, even down to 6th, ladies and gentlemen. A podium could be stole. We are only halfway in the race. JW in 7th. He's kind of on his own. He's got 3.5 seconds to Gaz Monkey, and Ghost of Leon 3.5 seconds behind. And then we've got Evil Dragon and Groot making his way back through. Remember, Dash and Evil Dragon opting to go for the hard tyre. They've all got to use a hard tyre at least one race this round. And Evil Dragon and Dash going for the early one. And Groot having an off earlier on means he is coming back through the field, catching up the hard runners. So Groot then getting back up to 9th. Can he catch Ghost of Leon? Ghost of Leon, he can't even... he has. He's got past Evil Dragon now. Ghost of Leon then a 17.6 last time out for him, with Groot doing a 16.0. And Ghost of Leon is sure to be caught by Groot at this pace. Groot absolutely slinging Nissan around this track like his teammate out in the lead. 7 seconds. E. Graham's got up into second. Jokerman, oh no, Adam. A huge fall from Grace. I doubt we'll get it. We'll try. We see one going by, and he had a little off there. I think we just saw the tail end of that one, ladies and gents, but what a shame for Adam. He really has been driving like a lion in this race so far. And that's that. Go on, go away. Thank you. So Adam down to 5th then, fighting off the Gaz Monkey. In second, it's E. Graham with Jokerman in 3rd, and Sid there in 4th. The Renault's going very strong at the moment. Adam in 5th. In the Peugeot was 2nd. And that's a hard pill to swallow, with Gaz Monkey in 6th. JW all on his own in 7th. Look how they're slinging these cars, ladies and gents, with absolute no care whatsoever. Groot then is up and past Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon on those hard tyres, remember, with Dash there in 10th in his Peugeot on the hard tyres. Jay in 11th. And Ghost of Leon slipping right down the order. Oh my lord, he did a 135 last time around for Ghost of Leon. Unfortunate. So Luke McEwen leads. E. Graham still slinging the Mondeo, ladies and gents, trying to get it through those corners sideways. And the Renault boys working together on trying to get caught up with E. Graham. Adam then in 5th. Don't count him out. We've still got 6 laps to go, 5 laps to go, and he pulled an almighty move from 5th place, if you remember, all the way up the inside of everyone to claim 2nd. So let's not say he's done and dusted yet. Let's not say he's cooked. He's still cooking, ladies and gents. He's still cooking. But the Gaz Monkey is all up and around his rear derriere, and that has to be a concern for the Peugeot driver at the moment. Oh, the car just looked like it didn't want to do what he wanted it to do there. Gaz Monkey right up his rear derriere, having a close inspection to what is going on in the Peugeot. And Vodka Rob saying they should add a few more of these cars. Mondeo, Laguna are makes that we already have. And from makes, I mean. And Vodka Rob saying that Mondeo livery is mint. And Big Dan saying the racing modifications in Gran Turismo 2 were the BTCC versions. The only car that was missing was the Volvo S40. So on board, everyone is starting to push a little too hard. All of the blood is rushing to our pilot's accelerator foot, ladies and gentlemen, and they're getting a little twitchy and pushy on their accelerator. So Gaz Monkey, all he has to do is lay in wait. Oh, Jokerman's got ahead of E. Graham. Sorry, I was there busy reading the chat. This is why it's a juggling act, ladies and gents. Liam still leads. Jokerman now up into 2nd after pulling off the fastest lap of the race. And we've got E. Graham hunting him down, and Sid in 4th. He likes to be close to his teammate, though, so he's going to be trying to find a way past the Mondeo. Adam still in 5th ahead of Gaz Monkey. JW, his teammate, a little further down the road, and Groot in 8th. Cameraman just died. There's Groot in 8th place. Evil Dragon in 9th in the Mondeo. Dash is 10th in the Peugeot. Jay is 11th in his Mondeo, and Ghost of Leon in the Vauxhall Vectra a little further back. So it's the battle. Oh, we got more shenanigans here. Sid looked like he was having a bit of a moment. Adam's fallen behind the Gaz Monkey, and it looks like Sid just about to as well. We're on lap 13 of 16, and the racing has been absolutely non-stop, ladies and gents, and it's still the pressure is still on with Gaz Monkey looking for more positions. Jokerman now getting into his stride and trying to run away from the Mondeo of E. Graham. Sid in 4th there ahead of Gaz Monkey, he started slow and calculated, but he's under a lot of pressure now. And again, Sid just can't keep it on the track, but it doesn't seem to slow him down. He must be a rally expert and prefers to get on the dirt rather than on the solid stuff. Oh, the hot brew is a right treat, ladies and gentlemen, as we watch Full Throttle Racing duking it out in their first 3 rounds here at Goodwood of their BTCC 98 replica season. And again, Sid pushing the boundaries of grip, but Gaz followed him off, and Adam must have followed them off as well, because Adam is closing in on the Gaz Monkey now. But Sid, he is really getting away with hanging out that Renault without absolutely turning inside out. Gaz has pushed his luck too far now. He has had an off, and Adam has come through. So Gaz Monkey back down to 6th, being chased by his teammate JW Talks Motorsport. Groot is in 8th, man. He's catching JW. 16.3 last time around for him. JW is 16.4. It's not much different. It's going to be a tough one to catch in the final 2 laps. Gaz Monkey then so close, but yet so far away. Adam in 5th. We've got Sid throwing that Renault at the scenery with E. Graham looking solid for the podium. Sid driving beyond the car at the moment and not able to close that gap. E. Graham trying to close up to Jokerman, who is having an absolute storming race at the moment there in 2nd, even closing in the leader. But I mean, the leader, he's probably just keeping it on the road at the moment and doesn't need to push too hard. He was up to 7 seconds in the lead, now down to 6. But we're on the penultimate lap now, and unless Liam goes and visits a little bit of the scenery here, it's looking like it's a solid win for Liam. Jokerman there, or Liam, I don't know if it's definitely Liam, it's McEwen, okay, McEwen. Graham then in 3rd. Is he slipping away? Can he not keep with the Jokerman? It's 1.5 seconds, and the pace is absolutely solid as we see Adam slinging it in the scenery and getting through. Sid then slipping down into 5th. He must have had another off. He must have done. Adam wasn't ahead of him, was he? So Adam making up a position there as Sid goes absolutely wild at the end of this race, giving it his full beans. He put all of the beans in the bag and he's put them on the accelerator pedal. Gaz in 6th at the moment, ahead of his teammate JW, who has closed in quite nicely on his teammate there. I know his teammate had a bit of an off, but still solid work. Groot in 8th after having a awful beginning of the race. He has come back strong and up to 8th, ahead of Evil Dragon, who's racing hindered by the hards. And Jay going for lastminute.com past the dash on those hard tyres, and he looks like he's had an off, and it's given Jay another position there, absolutely. And I think all these points are going to count at the end of the season as Ghost of Leon makes his way around the rear derriere of the track. So the final lap, ladies and gentlemen, is underway. Liam with a solid lead, 5.5 seconds on Jokerman. Jokerman has been absolutely slinging it the last few laps, trying to close the gap. But we think McEwen may be playing with him, maybe toying with him, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham looks like 3rd place is all wrapped up because he's 3 seconds ahead of Adam, with Sid there in 5th. Sid still fancies his chances excuse me, to get that top 4 position, with Gaz Monkey in 6th and JW in 7th. McEwen then crosses the line, ladies and gentlemen, to take the first win here at Goodwood. What a drive, ladies and gentlemen, fantastic stuff. Jokerman in the wars comes home in second place for Renault, and E. Graham rounds out the top podium with a Mondeo third. Adam in fourth for Peugeot. Sid, another Renault, in fifth. Gas Monkey brings it home in sixth, with JW home in seventh. Groot gets through the traffic and up to eighth in the Nissan. And he's just followed by Evil Dragon in ninth, Jay in 10th. Coming in, ooh, with a wiggly there, ahead of Dash, who comes home in 11th place, ahead of Ghost of Leon. Just got a couple of corners to do, and that, ladies and gentlemen, was exhilarating. I've got a sweat on, and we got two more of them. I was getting to the end of that and thinking, whew, that was work. And then realised that's one of three. And there we go, Ghost of Leon then through, and 12. Brilliant stuff from our pilots there, ladies and gentlemen, in the chat. Then, hang on. We'll let the winner celebrate. There we go, McEwen. Well done. Great drive. Great drive. Bravo. I am going to try and grab that for any kind of thumbnails we may possibly need. And, yeah, I'm sure they'll have to have a lobby reset. So we will catch up with some of the chats. And I've got to turn me down. Insinuate saying, I'm surprised that final chicane has not claimed more victims. Real tricky corner. It is a toughie. Vodcroft saying, I just whacked my funny bone. It was not funny. It never is it? It is to everyone around you, though. That's the problem. And Big Dan saying, period, correct, Nissan victory. Congrats. It is, isn't it? It's done well. I thought that. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what... Oh, we can look at the results, can't we? Sorry. There you go. Here are your results then. The fastest man was Jokerman, but it was McEwen that took the victory in the end. And this championship is going to be an absolute corker. I feel it already from race one. E. Graham in third, Adam in fourth, Sid finishing in fifth, Gaz Monkey comes home in sixth with JW seventh, Groot in eighth, Evil Dragon ninth, Jay in 10th, Dash in 11th, Ghost of Leon in 12th, and a great drive from all our pilots there. Really is starting at 40. Oh, yeah, in 6 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So they get to have a little tootle around. And now we've got to try and remember, haven't we? So, Evil Dragon and Dash, I believe, have used their hard tyres so far. So we should just see them, unless one of them wants to whip out a set of softs, then we should see them on the medium tyres from now on in. And then we'll keep an eye on the rest of the field to see if anyone's brave enough. Or, well, it's mandatory. They will have to use them at some point in this race. So, oh, sorry. My buttons are weird. So, yeah. Oh, and Jay in his Mondeo. It looks like he might fancy a hard set of tyres this next race. Or maybe he's just psyching some people out, getting them to put the hard tyres on. Evil Dragon. Wow. Wow, that's a bold statement now. Maybe it's just a mistake because he had the hards on. Evil Dragon, really? You're one and only, and you're going to burn them straight away? Race round two? That's a statement, ladies and gentlemen, right there. You'd think these guys are going to be holding on to that soft set of tyres. There's going to be... I mean, I don't know when your best case scenario is to use it, because you really want to use it on a track you don't feel you're very strong at, maybe, to get your maximum points. But then, I mean, you'd like to use it at a track that you know that you're strong at, because then you know you're guaranteed maximum points. So, yeah, it's a tricky one. And an Evil Dragon, I mean, I don't know if it's like he's only practiced. He's a psych out, ladies and gents. He was a psych out. He's on the mediums. Don't panic. No one panic. Everyone calm down. Hey. Everyone just getting excited over nothing. So JW and Jay are both out on hard tyres. Maybe they're just seeing how they feel, or maybe they're committing to one tyre. The Evil Dragon, Psych Out King, is on the mediums. He had us going for a second then. Well, I don't know about you guys, but he's sucking me in. I was thinking, man, this boy is going for it early doors. And Big Dan saying my second car is ever owned was a white Primera 1.6 SI, which I drove like a touring car, but purely from my love of TOCA 2. Well, there you go, sir. I salute you. I salute you. So we got 4 minutes away from the race. The rest of the field, now we can see McEwen. He's got a set of hard tyres on, and we see Ghost of Leon has a set of hard tyres on. Jay and JW out in the field have got their hard tyres on. So it looks like we might have 4 guys in this race wearing a set of hard tyres. This, see, it's tricky, isn't it? Because if that means in the last race, a lot of them are going to be on hard tyres, and I'd quickly change to hards, because the less people on hards, the more points you could possibly. No, it doesn't work that way. Trust me, don't listen to me. I'm trying to work out what the tactic is. It's tricky, you know? It's tricky to work it out, ladies and gents. Oh, I didn't ask you, but thanks for your help anyway. Alexa, how do you work out when they should use their hards or their mediums? Sorry, you're Ziggy, I forgot. I'm in a future nightmare. I've got a bloody Alexa in the kitchen talking to me. I've got one in the dining room talking to me. They're talking to each other now, plotting the end of the world. I don't want to hear anything. Shut up. Oh, I thought they were plotting the end of the world. It turns out they just wanted to know what playlist I wanted off my Spotify. One day, though, one day, it'll be the end of the world they're plotting. Trust me. So they're all being a bit cagey with this practice, ladies and gentlemen. Evil Dragon trying out a set of mediums, and why wouldn't he? He's just had 16 grueling laps on a set of hard tyres, so he wants to see where the grip lies. And on board with Evil Dragon then, before the race starts, we'll see he's slinging it there to the right, and then it's got to go swinging to the left. And then back to the right again it's a tricky corner. You got to really kill the speed a bit, but not as much as you think. You can kind of just get over that apex and then just build that speed all the way back up, flying out of the corner, trying to take as much speed down this straight as you possibly can, and then getting yourself ready for this, the stadium section. Couple of corners that can be quite tricky, braking into here. I've seen people using handbrakes here before, crazy people, but I have seen it. Then into the killer chicane and just trying to slice past those barriers as close as you possibly dare, and trying to come out of it with a clean and beautiful exit there. Great stuff. So any minute now they're going to be starting a race 2, ladies and gentlemen. And I do have rules, didn't they say? I think it's like reverse results and stuff. Sorry, he did tell me. I'll get back into his chat. No, it wasn't there, he told me. It must be somewhere down here. Sure, they said. Here we go. Second race grid is based on results of first race, and third race will be a reverse grid from race 2 results. So yeah, it'll be how they finished in race 1. The grid will be for race 2, and then race 3 will be the reverse of the grid. JW then on the hards. McEwen and Jay all opting for those hard tyres. Dash out there, he'll be trying what a medium feels like. And don't forget, they're allowed to alter their downforce, their aero package. So they've and their anti-roll bar, I think it said. So there is some tuning they can do to alter the car to make it feel more to their liking. I mean, they're not going to find half a second, I imagine, with that amount. Well, they might do with downforce. Max Verstappen's done it this year in F1. Hey, he's really broken some aerodynamicists' hearts, where they've tried to sell an aero package to a team, and if you're Max Verstappen, just take the wing off, and I'll drive it without the wing. My gosh. So the Dash then trying out his medium tyres. Ghost of Leon, he's going for a hard set of tyres as well. Evil Dragon getting the hards off onto a set of mediums. And like I said, JW looks like he's starting on hards, as is the race winner. He'll be starting on pole as well. So that's tricky. That is tricky, because if I was... but you can't say... It's like they said, you can't do it all the time for race 1, 2s, and you've got to regulate your hard tyre usage. So I was saying, if I was Liam and starting on pole, I would be tempted to save the hard tyre for the last round, just because he's on pole, man. You want to whip it away, and if he wins the second race, he'll be starting from the back. So you may as well opt for a hard set of tyres. So here we go then, ladies and gents. We are on the grid. The blue flag is out for some reason. Someone's getting lapped. Oh, Jay's in. No, that's why. It's done that wacky thing where it's put Jay on pole, but I don't think he is. Looking at Liam then on pole. And they're away. Liam on the hard tyre, remember, so he's got Joker Man coming in the Renault rather fast, with E. Graham having a look around his rear dairy air as well. And but McEwen is keeping it together on the hard tyre. Shocking. He's hoping Joker Man and E. Graham take chunks out of each other and leave him alone. Adam there in 4th. He's on the medium tyres as well. We've got Sid in 5th on the medium tyres in the Renault again. We've got E. Graham going for a nibble at Joker Man, and this is working in McEwen's way. It really is. Look at him go, man. Even on a set of hard tyres, they're hard pushed to try and get by. Now remember, their tyres are cold for at least half the lap, so as soon as the tyres come up to temperature, you'll see the medium runners really starting to harass and harangue McEwen up in the lead. Sid then in 5th place with Gaz Monkey in 6th. We've got Groot in 7th ahead of Evil Dragon in 8th. That's JW slipping down in the hard tyre. Volvo in 9th. Then we got Dash trying to make his way through on the medium tyres in 10th. Jay in 11th on his hard tyres, and Ghost of Leon on his hard tyres around the rear dairy air. So Joker Man has taken the lead off of Liam. Liam just trying to keep the tidal wave behind him as E. Graham fancies a go now. And I don't know if his name's Liam. I feel really bad keep calling him Liam. It might be Lee, could be Leroy, could be Leonard, could be, I don't know, Lennon? I don't know. So McEwen then there in trying to keep the cars behind. E. Graham though does find a way through, and he is up and into 2nd place, but Joker Man has already made a 2nd on the pack, and E. Graham is going to be hard pushed to try and get that gap back. McEwen then in 3rd with Adam in 4th. Adam, remember him from the first race. He's feisty, ladies and gents. He likes to late brake and still survive, and Adam there with a little bit of a rub of the fender of McEwen to let him know he's coming through, has surpassed him. He's got by, and E. Graham already closing in that gap of a 2nd ahead. Then we have McEwen in 4th with Sid. Sid now next on the list, but we know Sid is wild in his driving style and likes to hang the Renault very far off the road, and again closing in easily on McEwen there up the straight. And McEwen just trying to put the Nissan in his road so he cannot get by, and it worked for him. It really did work. Gaz Monkey in 6th, and he's got a Mondeo right up, heavy breathing down his neck. It's Evil Dragon. He's onto a set of medium tyres now, and he aims to do business. He aims to get points today. And he's having a look up the inside of the Volvo with a late brake and a lot of hopes and dreams. He gets it, but he's been knocked. He's been knocked by Gaz Monkey. They've survived. Unbelievable. And Evil Dragon then survives a knock from Gaz Monkey, and Gaz Monkey with Groot and his teammate behind him. No, JW's got through on the hard tyre. So JW getting through past Gaz Monkey then. Gaz Monkey losing a position to his teammate, whom is on the hard tyre. Is he going to be difficult to get by? Is he going to just let the Volvo by? It's not his race. Doesn't want to cause his team any problems, and no, he does. He allows No, JW still ahead of Gaz Monkey, so Gaz Monkey unable to get past his teammate who is on the hard tyre at the moment. So JW doing an absolutely cracking job there in 7th as Gaz Monkey chases him down. Groot in 9th spot, and Groot looking very intently at the back of the Volvo as the cars slide out, and now Groot trying to pull it to the inside. And Groot there got he's got wheel to wheel, rear wheel to front wheel action here, and Groot then a little bit of purchase, but no, Gaz saying that's not an option. Don't even think about it. Jokerman still leads this race ahead of E. Graham with Adam in 3rd. We're watching Gaz Monkey, the Volvos, JW on the hard tyre being caught by his teammate, whom has the Nissan of Groot all up and around his rear derriere, and he just cannot shake him off, ladies and gentlemen. Gaz Monkey struggling with Groot at the moment. JW enjoying 7th spot on the hard tyre. Where did oh no, I was going to say, where's McEwen gone with his hard tyre? He's doing absolutely amazing. Adam's up to 3rd, and McEwen keeping Sid behind. But like I said, Sid's style here at Goodwood, it's absolutely wild. Again, look, all the way off the track. No grip there, sir. And Evil Dragon picking up a position somewhere. It must have been Groot. I think Groot slipped down. Evil Dragon then up to 6th now and heading very, very fastly towards Sid, the Renault. JW on those hard tyres, still enjoying 7th, and the Groot has got past. Oh, Gaz Monkey's had a real slippage. Gaz Monkey slipping down and into 10th place. I mean, no, I've left it too late to do a replay. So Gaz Monkey then, he was up there. He was up in 7th at one point, slipping down into 10th. And that's all right. He's just got to dust himself off and get back on with getting back on. Jay is 11th. He's the leader of the hard tyre drivers. No, he's not, sorry. No, because McEwen is in 4th. With JW, he's 8th now, is JW. He's been overtaken by the Groot. No, he's just being overtaken, sorry, by the Groot. And that's Groot up and ahead of JW just about. JW still trying his luck around the outside, but Groot is easily through, and position gained for Groot now in 7th place. And he'll be chasing down the Evil Dragon again, but 1.8 seconds. An Evil Dragon catching up with Sid, who is unable to catch up with the hard-tired McEwen. McEwen a 16.8 last time around with those hard tyres. Sid a 17.0 with Evil Dragon managing a 16.6, and Evil Dragon really is ready to pull the trigger on this one as he has a look up the inside of the Renault, and he is through, ladies and gentlemen. The Mondeo up and ahead of the Renault. Unbelievable action here we are seeing from Goodwood from round 2 of the Full Throttle Racing Toka 98 series. Evil Dragon catching up McEwen there. McEwen struggling with grip, ladies and gents. Struggling with a bit of grip out there. And an Evil Dragon then bringing along Sid with him, ready to do damage. Groot in 7th. He'll be catching these up pretty soon if McEwen can keep him behind. Adam then 3.8 seconds behind E. Graham, but E. Graham only half a second behind the leader, Jokerman. We saw these two have an absolutely humongous battle in the first race. We are only 6 laps into this 16-lap race, and we have a contest here for the lead. Jokerman pulled out a second in the first lap alone on the pack, and it seemed like it was cool runnings from then on. But no, E. Graham has dug deep, very deep in the Mondeo. He is closing in on the leader, and Jokerman now feeling the pressure, feeling the no mistakes can be made from now on in. He's got to do qualifying laps all the way to the flag, because E. Graham is staying with him as they both kick up a bit of dust in their fight. Adam in 3rd. And McEwen still keeping the Mondeo of Evil Dragon behind, and Groot closing in as well. No, Sid slipped back. I apologise. Sid has slipped back from the Dragon. Not the Dragon, McEwen, sorry. God, I'm meant to be making a good impression here. This is my first stream for these guys. They're going to think I'm absolutely a clown. McEwen then in 4th place on those hard tyres, maintaining An amazing pace there as Evil Dragon, though, coming through, coming hot and coming in heavy. We might have seen Evil Dragon pull his move on Sid. I think it's Groot we didn't see do it. But Groot up to 6, and Evil Dragon again. Oh, Evil Dragon way off the road there, out of the chicane, and Groot trying to close in, but they just can't seem to get that momentum, just catch up with them in the first corner, and then everything is forgiven. And Evil Dragon is again on his way. But definitely took a detour there, and Groot a lot closer than he was in 6th place. Unbelievable action. Liam just survived, not Liam. I don't know what his name is. McEwen is still leading the way, leading this little pack, because Joker Man is still leading from E. Graham. E. Graham closing in 0.3 of a second between them, and Joker Man has to keep it all above board. He cannot lean that car to one side or another. He cannot ask for a little bit of curb. He cannot. He's got to keep it between the white lines, or he's gonna lose momentum, and E. Graham is gonna be all up and around his rear derriere, already closing in on that spoiler, as Jokerman trying to keep it inch perfect as he navigates the Renault around lap 8. Off the road. It's such a battle to get out of that chicane, and E. Graham with that momentum closing in, and Jokerman just waiting for a braking zone just so he can recollect himself and maintain his position. And E. Graham again hoping for the momentum up the straight. He's claiming his place on the apex, and Jokerman at the moment just foot to the floor and hoping for the best as they close in to the chicane. And E. Graham later on the brakes, and he's ahead. He is ahead, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham takes the lead of the race with an absolutely spectacular late break into the chicane. And well, it wasn't a chicane, it's kind of like a huge chicane. But E. Graham, what a move, and Jokerman though more than swift enough to deal with the likes of E. Graham, and this fight could continue on betwixt these two. 6.5 seconds down the road is Adam in third, and McEwen still holding that fourth with the hard tyres. Evil Dragon slipping back from McEwen, maybe having to fight the Groot, who's only 0.3 behind him, and the Groot is having a serious... Oh yeah, we saw Evil Dragon having a small off, didn't we? And Groot there trying to harangue and harass him into something similar as they make their way through the chicane, and Sid is just in their peripheral vision. And Groot then, he looks like he's lining up Evil Dragon. He's going for the outside, giving Evil Dragon the inside line. And Evil Dragon, and then he does the switcheroo and tries to push it up the inside, and Groot there with the Nissan up the inside of Evil Dragon. Now it's all about the size of their testicles, and it's Groot's all the way, it seems. Not even having to wait until the braking zone. Groot is ahead. Evil Dragon, is he going to have a sling it up the inside situation here? He has a think about it. My word, he had a think about it there. And Groot then closing in on his teammate McEwen. Unbelievable stuff. Adam, has he made a mistake? He hasn't pulled away from McEwen, has he? That well. McEwen at the moment, the buffer from Adam and Groot and Evil Dragon, because they seem to have the pace. Evil Dragon then looking for revenge, looking to gain the position back from the Groot. And the Groot certainly has got the braking into that area. He really lunged forward, and they're closing in on Adam now. Groot having a detour out of the corner, giving Evil Dragon the position back, and it's easy pickings for Evil Dragon, but Groot trying to stay up the inside. No, he knows his destiny, and he slipped in behind. So E. Graham then pulling away half a second on Jokerman. And Jokerman maybe saving it for later in the race, where he 11 laps in now as he pushes on to try and close in on E. Graham. Adam in third. The Peugeot nearly going away from him. Unbelievable. Seeing these cars lurching to the point of their axles should give way, and only just holding on there. McEwen on those hard tyres, absolutely stunning drive from race 1 winner, doing great. Evil Dragon and Groot, absolutely spectacular racing between them two throughout this race. We've got Sid just behind them there in the Renault, ahead of JW, who's in 8th place on those hard tyres. That is something else. His teammate just slowly slipping back. I thought his teammate was going to come and attack him, but just cannot keep pace with the JW. JW might put hard tyres on for the rest of the season. Dash then in 10th on his medium tyres, with Ghost of Leon being ahead of Jay. Both of these two running on those hard tyres. And yeah, well, good call from them. They'll be starting at the front of the grid on a set of medium tyres in the next race. So it's a wise move. E. Graham, meanwhile, has not used the hard tyre, nor has Joker Man, so we should see them using it in the final round. Adam also, I don't believe, come on cameraman, hasn't used the hard tyre. McEwen is currently using the hard tyre in 4th. That is unbelievable stuff, with Groot keeping off Evil Dragon. Now one wonders, is Groot playing a team? I can't believe it. I wouldn't believe it in round 2 that Groot already trying to hold off people for his teammate. It's too early in the season, and Groot will be driving for his own points, but McEwen just absolutely rapid, unbelievably rapid. Adam nearly throwing it at the scenery, as Evil Dragon does, but stays with Groot somehow, some way, and these two really driving on a knife's edge at the moment as they close in on the other Nissan. A 16.7 from Groot, as McEwen does a 16.6. Unbelievable stuff. Sid there is in 7th. He's all on his own. He's 3 seconds behind Evil Dragon, 3 seconds ahead of the hard-running Volvo of JW. So Sid just maintaining that 7th place for now and picking up some good points for it. JW in 8th on those hard tyres, doing his fastest lap of the race last time around, but I don't think he's any threat to Sid unless Sid starts throwing it around the scenery. He can get 16.5. Groot is ahead of Evil Dragon. I think we knew that. Nothing else has changed. Joker Man maintaining that half a second. Does look like he's coming back at E. Graham now. 3 laps remaining in this race. E. Graham taking that bold braking manoeuvre to take the lead away from Joker Man. Oh, E. Graham playing risk, coming out the corner. Joker Man closing in rather swiftly. E. Graham looking for the braking zone to save him and reset his position. And Joker Man just kicking up a bit of dust behind these two, absolutely going at it, ladies and gents, all the way to the checkered flag. It's a tight race at the top. Adam in 3rd. Oh, where's Adam? Adam is in 3rd, but we've got this battle behind the 2 Nissans and Evil Dragon, the lead Nissan there on the hard compound tyre, and Groot cannot stay behind anymore. He's gonna need to find a way by. And how polite will Liam be with allowing him by? It doesn't look like he's going to be polite at all. He doesn't want to allow him by whatsoever. He's like, nope, you stay there, son. I've got 4th covered. Don't you worry. We've only got 2 more laps to go. You've done all right so far in 5th behind me. I think you can stay there. Evil Dragon, he's thinking of 2 Nissans here. He's thinking, I can just break up the inside of the pair of these. Groot then pulls out to look at his teammate, and he's gone through up into 4th, and it looks like the Mondeo is following him through too. Evil Dragon is up, but he's gone off the road, and Liam's having Liam, I'm so sorry if your name's not Liam. It's in my head. And we saw there that Evil Dragon hit the chicane. So McEwen does go back up and into 5th, and Groot now in 4th with a Nissan buffer between him and Evil Dragon. We've seen them race so hard all this race so far. E. Graham still leads from Joker Man. And it looks like E. Graham has got all the answers as we are on the penultimate lap here, and Joker Man just chasing him around. Adam all on his own, 2 seconds ahead of Groot. and I think it's too late in the day now for Groot to close in. Adam managing 16.2s, and Groot is absolutely slinging this hand. He wants that podium, ladies and gents. He is hungry for the podium. His teammate following him home. Evil Dragon dropping back. He's lost the car. He's picked the car back up again, but has he lost too much time on the Renault that's behind him? Evil Dragon's race just fell apart. 2 laps from the end, but it looks like Sid's had a big off as well. So Evil Dragon surviving in 6th place, and Sid gets back on the road, and it's JW in those hard on those hard tyres in the Volvo. He'd love to finish ahead of Sid. And Evil Dragon, sorry, I thought McEwen would drop down another position. Oh, Sid will be absolutely beside himself, I am sure. An Evil Dragon again. He's just throwing Mondeo at the scenery. Sid in 7th with JW closing in 8th. We are now on the final lap. Gazmonkey in 9th. The Dash is in 10th. 11th is Jay, and Ghost of Leon is in 12th. And we pick up with the leaders then as they're on their final lap. This is the last chance saloon for Joker Man. If he's got anything up his sleeve, now is the time to pull it out, and let us have a look how big it is, because Joker Man has only got a few more corners left to the end of the race, and E. Graham is allowing that amazing late brake maneuver to define this race and give him the victory ahead of the Renault. Unbelievable action here from the Mondeo, keeping the Renault at bay as they've just got the chicane to go through, and E. Graham then takes the second win of the day. Not his second, the second race win of the day. Jokerman in second, and Adam rounding out your podium. Absolutely cracking drive there from the top 3. Groot in 4th, ahead of his teammate only just. McEwen in 5th. Evil Dragon coming home in 6th with Sid in 7th. He could have had that position with JW in 8th on the hard tyres. Gazmonkey coming home in 9th with the Dash getting himself 10th in the Peugeot. And Jay in 11th there ahead, only just ahead. Ghost of Leon giving Jay an absolute run for his money to the line. These two using the hard tyres, so they'll be starting at the front of the grid on a lovely set of medium tyres. And I think E. Graham's not used any hards, Joker's not used hard, Adam's not used hards. There's a lot in the field that have not used the hard tyres. So there you go. Well done, E. Graham. Great victory. Hey, up. That's another 2 positions. Starting in the second row seems to be a thing here. So E. Graham takes the whole shebang ahead of Jokerman, and he got fastest lap as well, did E. Graham? So he got it all. Jokerman in second with Adam in 3rd. None have used the hard tyre so far. Groot in 4th has not used the hard tyre. McEwen will be starting the 3rd race on the medium tyre. He starts, he finished in 5th. Evil Dragon, I don't believe, has used a hard tyre. Sid, I don't believe, has used a hard tyre. JW has used his hard tyre. He finished in 8th. Gazmonkey has not used a hard tyre. He's finished 9th. Dash has used his hard tyre. He'll be starting the 3rd race on mediums. And Jay and Ghost and Leon both starting on mediums in this 3rd race. So anything could happen, ladies and gents. Anything could happen in this 3rd and final race. Now, I'm sure they'll be getting a little bit of time to practice what tyres they wish to choose. We're starting at 1/4 past, so I believe that's in 10 minutes time, ladies and gentlemen. More tantalising racing for your taste buds. It has been an absolute cracking evening of racing ahead. And, here we go. Big Dan's remembering all of the Toka 2. In Toka 2, you could also have rain at every track. Just saying, it was the best sim racing game ever released. I still believe that. Ensign Ewan saying, great battle for the lead. Impressive drift out the 406 liveried car too. There's been some great drifting going on out there. Oh, wowzers. People. We've got one more race to go here. Another 16 laps of Goodwood for this first meeting of the BTCC 1998. What am I doing? Just thought I'd leave the graphics off for you a bit so you could just enjoy the cars in all of their glory without all of the bits and the bobs in the way. As we watch the Volvo making its way around, being chased by a Mondeo. Hey, happier times. It was before Coldplay got big. Whee! A little bounce over the barriers there. Nice Renault for you to look at. Hey? Hey, you lucky sods. Big Dan saying, come on thingy, can you recall the Toka 2 bonus cars? Oh man, they had the F3 car. I remember you had to go through the ranks before you could even use one of the touring cars. I think, was it a Seat Leon or something like that? They had the F2 car or something. I think they had a go-kart. I don't know about any bonus touring cars, but I know that you used to, it was brilliant. You had support races as well. There was like three other cars you could use. Yeah, Van Diamond, Formula Ford, and Ford Fiestas. They were just as much fun as the actual touring car. But I just thought the audacity of the game wouldn't even let you drive. You had to do a season in the support races to get there. So yeah, it was such a game, man. All of the games they remastered. God almighty, I bought Skyrim 5 times. I've bought bloody original, bloody Game of the Year edition. I bought bloody the revamped one for the new console when it was PS4, I think, 'cause it's a PS3 game. And then I bought the bloody VR version that didn't carry over to the PS5, by the way. So I'm waiting for that. Oh, well, they've done it to oblivion now. But 5 times Skyrim. And I even thought about buying it on the Switch so I could play it on the go. And I thought, no, I've given Bethesda so much money. But these games, I mean, Ark, I've bought that twice. Oh, I don't get it. All these games they've revamped and remade. I bought the Gran Turismo, Grand Theft Auto Definitive Edition collection or whatever, the first 3. I mean, oh yeah, the Lister Storm, Jaguar X22, and topping out with the TVR Kabira 12. That game was something else, wasn't it? A Grinnell Scorpion 3-wheeler. Yeah, man. Codemaster are just wasting their time on F1 nowadays, isn't they? Do something serious. Go and remake Toka. I know it's about licensing, but bloody hell, 1998. Who's caring about that license? What was it? 27 years ago. Jesus, give us a license. Toka. Go to Codemaster. You don't even have to make a new game. Just remake the old one. I don't even care. Don't even bother with the graphics. Just make it so it works on newer consoles. So here we go, a beautiful look. And I forgot the Lister Storm was in that. I forgot how many different cars. I remember you used to have to do the support races and they were awesome. I think it was World Touring Cars that had the Seat Leons, because they were frigging great fun. I remember going online with them and playing in a room all night with Seat Leons. Vodcrop saying, I can't believe how expensive pizza is now. I got 50% off medium meat feast and a side, and it's still £25 plus. You've got to pay to die to kill yourself, Vodka Rob. That's the thing nowadays. You know, it is nice to have a takeout, but I've got to admit, I've got a few in the freezer. Just, I spilt Red Bull on my controller and my circle button sticks down. But yeah, just get a load from Tesco and just sling them in. Just chuck a bit of extra cheese on there. You'll be good. And Vodcroft saying that would have been 38 quid for one person. That is a lot to have a meal. Big Dan saying City Leon would have been Toka Race Driver 2 or 3. Yeah, I think the third one was called World Touring Cars or something, I think. And it had all of the tracks, so many tracks. I even think it had England's new oval in it. I never used it much, but it was in there. What was that? You never hear about it anymore. Is it even around? Didn't they make it up at Milton Keynes? Rocking World, Rocking Full, Rocking... I don't know. We had an oval, ladies and gents, here in the UK, believe it or not. Barely used. Barely used. What a waste of money. I wonder what it's doing now. I forgot all about our oval. Jesus. Vodcroft saying, I do need to start cooking more. I am good at it as well. Go on. Do you know what? Once I did, I threw nachos on top of my pizza as well. I put all the cheese, then I put nachos and more cheese on top of that, and then shoved it in the oven. That was one of the best pizzas I ever had in my life. There you go, Ensign. You said World Touring Cars came after Toka 2 on PS1, then PS2 went to the Race Driver series. That was Grid, wasn't it? I remember having a Grid and just thinking the magic has gone. It's not as good. Well, so Toka... See, I thought World Touring Cars was on 3 because it was online, but I do remember on my PS2 I had to buy this brick that plugged into the back of it so you could play online. So I used to play Sockham Navy Seals with my brother-in-law and Toka Touring Cars with him. The early days. We were there, breaking new ground. Killzone. And it was the weirdest thing, my username. And my username back then, because I was a massive Firefly fan, was Jane Cobb. And I remember changing it when I went to PS3 to Thingamajig, because having a girl's name online is yeah, you get a lot of unwanted attention. As soon as you're logged into Sockham, you hear a load of people saying, hello, Jane. All right, Jane. All right, Jane. Like, Jane's a boy. And there'd be like all these groans. So anyway, we're prepping for a third race. There's me. This is because we're Toka 2. I'm reminiscing. I'm in my own little world. Grid was on PS3, then Grid Autosport. I don't think I got as far as Grid Autosport. I think I played the first Grid and thought, no, not for me. Evil Dragon. But I did take a big hiatus from racing for a long time. I remember I think PS3 was all about Fallout 3, and the PS4 was all about Fallout 4. Don't think I got to play much else on those consoles. I got sucked into a world of nuclear holocaust and never came back from it. So Evil Dragon, yeah, GT Sport grabbed me for some reason. I don't know why. I think me brother-in-law was playing it and saying it was cracking, so I jumped back into the GT world, Gran Turismo world. And these guys are having a bit of fun there, sliding around, having a little I did post this in the Full Throttle race. If you want to have I don't know about the involvement. I don't know how closed off the group is. I think they stick. You know, they've been going 5 years. I asked how long. They said it was like GT Sport. They formed up, and they've been racing 5 years. And so I think it's like. But man, yeah, I'm sure you're more than welcome to go and and that looks like Group being murdered by Evil Dragon. It's probably something he's wanted to do all through the last 2 races. He's been racing Group quite closely, so he probably saw that Nissan and thought, you know what, I'm going to give him a good old hard banging because I wanted to do that so much in the race. So yeah, the Facebook Full Throttle Racing. That's the only way I know. Boom! Said shake the room. Tick tock, kaboom. So, Evil Dragon wasting a bit of Ford money in practice. So they have given us the call, ladies and gentlemen. We are on the verge. Yeah, Ensign June, is that Reed and Mansell on track? No, was it Reed? No, it was Tiff Nadell, I heard. Oh, I can't talk to you about that. The story, I saw it on YouTube because I was catching up with 98 season. They were going on about Mansell and Tiff Needell hated each other, and they got caught on camera by Top Gear having an absolute banger in the pits argument. All right then, the lights are on, ladies and gentlemen. We are ready for liftoff. Reverse grid. We didn't look at the tyres. We'll work it out as we go along. Ghost of Leon then leads them away, and it looks like Dash is fancying a piece of that action. These guys at the front have all used their hard tyres, so they are on the medium tyres. Gaz Monkey is on a hard set of tyres in 4th place. JW has used his hards already this evening and is going for a move. He's going for a mighty move. Come on, cameraman, don't pull away. No, he loses out to his teammate. He's maintaining in the crowd. I thought he was going for all 3 of them in front of him, but it didn't pay off. Jay's now leading. Dash is up to 2nd. Ghost of Leon under pressure from the 2 Volvo drivers as a Mondeo of Evil Dragon tries to insert himself, and he has, and we've had a big one. We've had a humongous one up in the lead, and JW there is in 5th with let's have a look then. Ghost of Leon still leads. Evil Dragon is up into 2nd. He's on the medium tyres. Yes, he used the hards in the first race. Gaz Monkey is on the hard tyres in 3rd. We've got Dash in 4th. We've got JW in 5th. We've got E. Graham up to 6th now. Adam in 7th. We've got Jokerman in 8th place. We've got Sid in 9th. McEwen is in 10th. He's on the medium tyres. Groot is in 11th and Jay in 12th. So what was the action? Was it Jay? Just Jay on his own? He didn't have no one with him? So there we go. Jay leading the race. I thought there was about 3 or 4 cars involved, but maybe not. Maybe just Jay removed himself. Oh, and the 2 Nissans. The 2 Nissan. Oh, and he hit a Peugeot. Ping pong car bingo. There goes the 2 Nissans. They're off on their own, it looks like, in the background. Wowzers. Lots of incidences there for the stewards to mull over this evening, with Ghost of Leon then in the lead, Evil Dragon in 2nd, Gaz Monkey is in 3rd. He's on the hard tyres. We've got E. Graham already. The cream really does rise to the top, ladies and gentlemen, with E. Graham in 4th place, and now Adam under threat from Sid. Sid's coming through. He's on the hard tyre though, so Adam is also on the hard tyre. E. Graham's used the softs. E. Graham, bold move from E. Graham. He's used a soft tyre, and that is it. He will not have access to that tyre for the rest of the season. And E. Graham wanting to take the championship lead from the off. E. Graham then on the soft tyre. Sid then is in 5th place on the hards. Adam 6th on the hards. Jokerman is in 11th on the hards. Then we've got McEwen on the mediums. He wants to make his way through with Dash on the mediums also coming through. Groot is on the hards in 10th ahead of Jay, who we saw have that mishap in the first lap, in 11th ahead of JW. Oh, JW's down there as well, and he's on the mediums. This should be a good race for him. Not driving down in the rear derriere of the J48. Ghost of Leon though, what a job Ghost of Leon is doing so far. 3 laps and still in the lead, even though Evil Dragon is pressurizing him all of the way. E. Graham closing in fast with those soft tyres, and E. Graham then using the softs straight away this season. No messing whatsoever, and he's going to want to get by these. He's swung out in front of his teammate to try and find a bit of Ghost of Leon's situation, and Evil Dragon will be on the radio there saying, oh, he's moved under braking. He moved under braking there. He moved under braking. And Ghost of Leon then still leads. What a we've seen him around the rear derriere of the pack on most of it. Most of this evening, and the Ghost of Leon there is coming through strong now. The Mondeo brothers cannot do anything about him. E. Graham then on the soft tyres. He's certainly going to go for a move there, and his teammate's going to try and grab hold of the rear derriere of him and pull himself through, but Ghost of Leon making it extremely difficult for the Mondeos, and that's E. Graham through. No, E. Graham's found the dirt. E. Graham's facing the wrong way, and he's off the track. Ghost of Leon then still leads with Evil Dragon in second on the medium tyre, sorry. Gaz Monkey in third on the hard tyre. Adam fourth on the hard tyre, but he is being absolutely harangued and harassed by Sid in the Renault on the hard tyre. McEwen is in sixth now. He's on the medium tyre, trying to make his way through the pack. Seventh for Jokerman on the hard tyre in eighth. We've got the Dash on the mediums. Groot on the hards in ninth. He's got E. Graham joining behind him in 10th. Sorry, I missed him. E. Graham then back on track down in 10th. He's trying to get an early shove and move. He didn't shove him. I don't think there was any contact there. I think the hard tyres struggling for grip, as we see there with Dash as well. Dash struggling, Sink Dash struggling with grip as E. Graham moves up to 8th. It's going to be a long race for E. Graham, and let's see how far up he can get. Ghost of Leon now just about to lose the lead to Evil Dragon. Evil Dragon having a look, and it's Evil Dragon in the Mondeo. He's through, and it's Evil Dragon now leading this race. We're on lap 5 of 16. Evil Dragon taking the lead away from Ghost of Leon, and in the Mondeo garage, I tell thee, they were not expecting the Evil Dragon to be the Mondeo that's leading this race, as they've spent their soft tyres on his teammate, and he's got a long way to go. So Evil Dragon then leads this race from Ghost of Leon with Adam there. Adam loves his third spots, doesn't he? Has he not finished third in all 3 races so far? I'm not sure. McEwen coming up through the ranks. He's up to 4th now on the medium tyres, and Sid and Joker are duking it out here. Joker in 6th ahead of his teammate in Sid. Sid's on the hard tyre. Jokerman also on the hard tyre, and Gaz Monkey on those hard tyres. So McEwen, no, he's way off the road. He's going to hit the barrier. Oh my word, ladies and gentlemen. Have you seen such dynamic racing here as Jokerman then closes back up to the Nissan ahead of him, the Primera, all over the shop as Adam maintains that 3rd place on the hard tyres. Sid then in 6th, then he's trying to get the Jokerman. Gaz Monkey in 7th on the hard tyres. E. Graham now in 8th on those softs. Fastest man on the track as he tries to close in on the rest of the pack. It would be, we've got to, haven't we? We've got to get on board, maybe alongside to see the magic happen. Evil Dragon still leads from Ghost of Leon with Adam in 3rd. We can see Adam, we can see Ghost of Leon, the red car, right up the road there, as E. Graham then tries to get the move done on Gaz Monkey. Gaz Monkey on those hard tyres, remember. So E. Graham tries to pull up alongside, waiting for the braking zone, and we're into a heavy braking zone now. We can see Nissan trying to go up against Adam. It's McEwen. McEwen's moved up to 3rd, and one of the Renaults has hit the barrier. Sid hit the barrier. E. Graham's up to 6th. He's up to 6th. He's chasing down Jokerman next. Adam's lost the 3rd place to McEwen. It's crazy racing out there as Ghost of Leon there we see in 2nd, and Evil Dragon is mere a dot down the end of the road. And again now we see the Renault of Jokerman going up against Adam there was 3rd. He's on those hard tyres. The car very shaky in the corners with low grip tyres, and Jokerman being caught by the soft tyred E. Graham. He's coming through. He's jumped 2 of them. He's jumped them both, ladies and gentlemen. E. Graham, a 2 for 1 corner. Beautiful stuff from the Mondeo driver. Yes, he's on the soft tyres, but man alive, he is putting it where it's got to be and where it's meant to be. Evil Dragon then opening out that lead, 2.5 seconds on the rest of the field. Ghost of Leon in the Vauxhall, hanging it out very wide as McEwen sneakily gets that one as Ghost of Leon hangs it out. We've lost Jay. That is a real shame. E. Graham then in 4th place, and Ensign saying, I believe Tiff raced in one weekend of the 98 season for Nissan, entering a third car at Brands, and him and Mansell didn't play nice. No, that was what I saw in the thing I was watching. Was that a spin on the softs? It was. It was. He's pushing hard. Evil Dragon then leads the way with McEwen in second place, chasing Evil Dragon down. McEwen's last lap was a 16.5. Evil Dragon 16.5, nothing between them. E. Graham 16.6, but he's capable of doing 15 zeros. Jokerman in fourth, way off the road, way off the road, way off the road, and Adam closing in, but he's got the other Renault all around his rear derriere, and Adam here, he's fighting both ends, ladies and gentlemen. Jokerman in front of him on the hard tyres, and Sid behind him on the hard tyres. Adam fighting for his life in the Peugeot, in amongst all the Renaults. Gaz Monkey in seventh on his hard tyres, closing in, and Adam again. Adam again. Is he trying to get a move done on Jokerman? Jokerman struggling in this lap against the Peugeot. The Peugeot wants to go and lean on him as E. Graham closes in on Liam. He gets the move done. He gets the move done on, I don't know his name's Liam or not. I don't know why I keep calling him that. I think he was one of the commentators on Groot's big endurance things. That's why. I think that's him, and I know his name, but I don't know for sure. E. Graham then on the soft tyres. From that spin from second all the way down to 10th, he has made his way back up and into second place, but Evil Dragon, his teammate, 3.6 seconds down the road on lap 9 of 16. It's going to be easy pickings for the Graham. He's going to catch him up. Liam in third. Not Liam, McEwen in third. Jokerman in fourth. Sid is fifth with Adam all around him, and the Gaz in seventh. Shall we get on board with the Gaz, because this is just too entertaining not to get on board with as we watch Adam and Sid go at it ahead. Sid getting past Adam. Adam having a free fall. What a shame. He's got both Renaults ahead of him now. JW is 4 seconds behind his teammate Gaz Monkey, who is sat on board with at the moment. And Gaz Monkey looking like he is prepping himself, ready to go on the warpath. And we got a Renault off the road. He's knocked the Peugeot, but they've both survived. My good golly and gosh. Shows you what a little bit of tuning, a little bit of playing with the anti-roll bar and the aero can do, because in any normal, these cars under normal bop, they would not survive these offs. It's either the talent of the drivers, the pilots, or a bit of setup goes a long way, because they're getting away with being off the road, and that's not usual. As the sun starts going down here at Goodwood on an absolute epic, it looks like JW's in a bit of a battle as well with the Groot all up and around his rear derriere on the hard tyres. JW on the medium tyres and struggling with the pace. He did do an 18.2 last time around. I think JW must have made a small mistake his last time around, and Groot now is ready to do the battle. Ghost of Leon in. We've lost more than what, Jay, haven't we? Only 10 runners? We had 12, didn't we? Ghost of Leon in 10th, so I don't know who else we've lost. Evil Dragon then leads. It's the Mondeos at the head, and Ford will be absolutely pleased as punch with this result, with McEwen in third for the Nissan team, and the back end really hanging out. Jokerman for Renault in fourth. We got Adam in the Peugeot in fifth, ahead of Sid in sixth. We got Gaz Monkey in seventh, with JW in 8th, but Gaz really is starting to line up the Peugeot and the Renault ahead of him. Adam doing a 17.0, Sid doing a 17.1, Gaz Monkey a 17.0 also. It is tight between 5th, 6th and 7th. Right then, what's going on in the lead? Evil Dragon back ahead of E. Graham. Has he not even got past 40? E. Graham caught him up, but obviously not. He has caught him now, ladies and gentlemen. We're on lap 11 of 16, and Evil Dragon has led for, what, 11 laps, virtually? Oh, Colin McRae Rally, now you're getting me on it. And Ensign saying, I think some have gone for the Colin McRae Rally setup. Oh, yeah. That's another good game. Codemaster was in a patch with Colin McRae Rally and bloody Toka 1 and 2 and World Touring Cars, I'll give it. They were really in a patch of making great games, and I don't know how they make such terrible F1 games now. Their core was about racing. They did Micro Machines as well, and Micro Machines was a solid sim racer. Evil Dragon then still holds ahead of E. Graham. E. Graham all up and around his rear derriere. Those soft tyres should win out with 4 laps to go. And the pace that E. Graham can do, you would feel he could get by Evil Dragon quite swiftly, quite easily. But maybe this is a promotional shot for Ford. A 1-2. How often are we going to get them this season? With this pairing, it's looking very strong. Jokerman in the Renault with he's got himself past Liam there. McEwen. McEwen was up to third one. He said Jokerman somehow 16-0, 17-9. So McEwen must have having a bit of an off that last time around. Jokerman on those hard tyres, ladies and gentlemen. That is a feat from Jokerman. A 16-0 on the hard tyres. And he is really, really going for it. But McEwen coming up his inside. Going for the late break. And he claims the corner. Can he stay within the realms of the track? He does. And that's McEwen then back up and into a podium position. Third place was that. Oh. Can't remember where he finished in the second race. 4th, 5th. He might have been in 6th. Adam then still under threat from Sid. Sid really is right on his spoiler now, really giving him a lot to think about with Gaz Monkey in 7th, keeping a close eye on proceedings, and JW is closing in on the action here. And JW on those medium tyres, slowly closing in on the battle. Groot in 9th on those hard tyres, and he's lost a bit of time that last time around. And JW really wants to close in on his teammate here. As we've got Sid in the Renault trying to get past Adam in the Peugeot. Adam going a little bit wide. Going very wide there. And that's put Sid up in the Renault. And Gaz Monkey following him through. Poor Adam. Oh, he has been having an absolute banger of a race, holding them off for the longest of times. And in the end, the car just could not handle the corner in, and as it comes. And there we go. McEwen having an off as Jokerman goes for that 3rd spot again. And now we've got 2 laps remaining. Evil Dragon still ahead of his teammate. And you've got to think that E. Graham's playing with the Evil Dragon at the moment. He surely could easily get by. Or maybe it's team orders. Maybe Evil Dragon. The team won't let him overtake his teammate and said, no, hold station. We like that. It is numerical order. I think it's car 27 and car 31. 37, sorry. The 2 Mondeos then leading the way. Evil Dragon just ahead of Graham, but Graham now decides that's enough and we'll go through. Still not quite done dusted. This is playing, isn't it? This is for us. No, he's got it now. E. Graham goes through. Evil Dragon then in 2nd place. And or maybe he was just holding back just in case there was a threat from McEwen. Because you've got to remember, E. Graham's got to see McEwen as a big threat in the race, in the championship. So maybe he was just, he doesn't want McEwen getting past Evil Dragon, does he? So he might have been hanging around his rear derriere, trying to protect his 6. We've got the penultimate lap now. Maybe he thinks McEwen's not going to catch Evil Dragon at this point. So, yeah, good tactic. Jokerman in 4th. He's been giving McEwen a lot to think about. Then we've got Sid up in 5th now. JW in 6th. Adam slipping back even further with Gaz Monkey. Duking it out with Gaz Monkey side by side all the way around. The door banging, as we should see in BTCC. And Adam then just ahead, but no. Oh! A late break and nearly a pit stop manoeuvre there from Adam. I don't think he meant to, but he knocked the rear quarter of Gaz Monkey, and Gaz Monkey just, the cars are solid, isn't they? I've got to say, I'm starting to be for a little bit of tuning. The way these cars are clinging to the ground. E. Graham then in 1st, ahead of Evil Dragon in 2nd. McEwen is in third place. That podium, all important podium position in this championship. But he's off again, but so is Jokerman. So it's nothing changes between the two of them as they go into the final lap. Sid's having a big one, but he's maintained it. Unbelievable stuff. JW in 6th with Adam in 7th, and Gaz Monkey all about his business, but Gaz Monkey on the hard tyres, as is Adam. Then we got Groot in 9th and Ghost of Leon in 10th. I don't know the two we've lost. Right then, in the chat, Ensign Hewitt saying back then they also did a game called Extreme Downhill Mountain Bike Racing, which was more fun than it deserved to be. World Championship Snooker, which was great. And of course, LMA Manager. Yeah, and I was a big fan of the downhill snowboarding thing. I can't remember what it's called now, but it used to use the Tricky. It's something trick, SSX Tricky or something. You jumped out of an aeroplane and then went down the... yeah, I was addicted to that for a long time. I think it was a bit later than these games though. And Ensign, you saying if this was Toka 2, that Volvo would still be spinning after the contact with the 406. You're right. So E. Graham then, here he goes, takes the victory. No? Evil Dragon. E. Graham, he might not. He might be like the Mansell. He's not taking part in all the races. So McEwen then in 3rd. Jokerman finishes in 4th. Sid then comes home in 5th place, ahead of the Volvo of JW. Adam in 7th, Gaz in 8th, 9th for Groot, and Ghost of Leon in 10th. And my word, E. Graham giving up the win for Evil Dragon there. Great stuff. Great camaraderie in the Mondeo team, it seems. Oh no, Vodkarov's feeling sleepy. And that's Ghost of Leon through. What a race. What 3 racers. Yeah, Anthony Ewan saying SSX Tricky and also Cool Borders. Yeah. Vodkarov saying I barely slept last night and I'm struggling to stay awake now. I'm going to sleep before my pizza gets here. I reckon some pizza delivery boy is going to be enjoying your pizza later, Vodkarov. You'll knock your door, think, okay, this is a spare pizza then. 6 places then for our winner. Great stuff there for... oh, look at them all going. Don't go yet. Don't close the lobby down. I want to look at the results. Have a little chat. So Evil Dragon takes the win. E. Graham pulling over for him on the line. E. Graham using his soft tyres, but he might not be taking part in the whole season like a Nigel Mansell style contract. So maybe that's why he didn't mind using his soft tyres. McEwen coming home in 3rd, and I think McEwen is putting his hat in as a championship contender, as Jokerman and Evil Dragon. Sid in 5th with JW coming home in 6th for the Volvo. Adam in 7th for Peugeot. Gaz Monkey in 8th. 9th for Groot in the Nissan. Ghost of Leon in 10th. And oh, it was St. Dash we lost. St. Dash, he's like the big boss, I think. In 11th, DNF. And Jay we lost also in 12th. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the first 3 rounds of your Friday evening's entertainment. 7 weeks of racing. And I wish I could tell you where we're going to be next, but I don't think I know. So, fingers crossed. It's going to be interesting to see what tracks they choose. If they're going to try and choose similar tracks to UK ones. So here we go then in the chat. Let's have a look. Vodka Rob with a laughing face. Big Dan saying, great racing, great comms from the king of the comms box thingy. Bless you. I swear down on me nan's grave this stream needs that like button smashing. Big Dan, you are a star. You're a little lamb. Vodka Rob saying 5 minutes, so I might just make it. Fingers crossed for you, Vodka Rob. Get that food down your gullet before you go snoozies. And take care, my friend. Take care. A big thank you, cheers, thingy, to Vodka. A big thank you to you guys in the chat for keeping me company during this. I was really nervous because it's a new group and I didn't know how it would be taken. So it's lovely seeing some familiar faces in chat, keeping me company. Thank you very much. And a huge thank you to Full Throttle Racing for allowing me to go shouting all over their racing, and hopefully they like it. Hopefully it's all right. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. I've got some more. Don't worry, I've got some replays. We'll get some more action done over the weekend with some streams. But yeah, next Friday, brace yourselves for some more Touring Car Association 1998 action. Thank you for joining us. Like I said, big thank you to Full Throttle. Thank you for the chat. Thank you, everyone who's watched it, liked it, done all the stuff you do. I appreciate you all. Tiru, peace and love. Peace and love.